Alrighty, guys, welcome back. I'm excited to bring to you guys some Descent Journeys in the Dark version 1.0. Yeah, this game, wow. I picked this up recently. And it just came in like yesterday. Actually, it just came here yesterday. I'm already playing it. That's crazy. It was one of these games that I bought into when it first came out. I bought all the expansions when they first came out. Played it quite a bit. But then kind of got burned out on it. Kind of decided, I'm kind of done with it for now. I never bought second edition and third edition, but this is where it all started. This is Descent. This is the core of Descent. I think this is, for me, it's the best version because it's the most involved version. It's the most tactically sound game. Second edition, a good game. While it's a very good game, it was more monetized to get players to invest heavily into it. Like you can go online and look at like some of the second edition collections, and they're like in the 2,000 or 3,000 group. I mean, because they bought like, I don't know, 20, 30 different expansions or whatever. So, I mean, there is a ton of stuff for second edition, but I'm not saying it's any better or any worse. I think first edition was the core edition. It was a successful edition. It was great. It is, of course, a 2004, I think. Let's see, when did it come out? I have to find out when it came out. Board Game Geek. Let's go to the Geek. Let's check out Descent. I'm thinking it was like 2004, but I could be wrong. 2005. Oh, I was damn close. So 2005 is when it came out. Second edition came out 2012. So there was a 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there was like a 7-year gap between first edition and all the expansions that came out for that. But now, the expansions that came out for the first edition were the square boxed editions. And they were pretty sizable, and they added like new monsters and new cards and new adventures and new, like one of them was like an ice, so it added like the cold damage. It had cold creatures. One was like a desert one where it had like heat exhaustion and fire and flames and stuff like that. And I remember, so each expansion actually added some cool stuff to it. And the reason I never got into second edition was, first of all, I had first edition. And so I was like, well, I don't really need second edition. And like I said, I think second edition was just a dumbed down version of this. And you're going to see, it's interesting with board games, my friends. It's interesting because you can see the evolution in game mechanics through the years. In 2005, like when Descent came out in 2005, it was like cutting edge, never before seen. No one's ever experienced anything like it. It was like the hottest. It was like one of the hottest games on the planet when it came out, because it was like you can play basically Dungeons and Dragons without a dungeon master, and you can go on these crazy adventures. And they had an app and everything. I mean, it was huge when it first came out. I mean, huge when it first came out. I remember going to my game club, and there would be many people playing this game and just having a blast with it. But of course, back in 2005, right, we didn't, like, Like literally, if you go to like any of the game manufacturers nowadays, there's 20 different games like this right now with, updated mechanics and updated this and updated that. So, I mean, this is an older game with older mechanics, but some of these things you don't see in games anymore. I like the fatigue system. Basically, it's like an exertion system, so you get bonuses, you can do things, but when you run out of fatigue, then you can't do anything anymore. I like the action system of this game. I like the simplicity of the dice. I like a lot of these. The one thing I never liked, and I wish, because of course I'm a big Arkham Horror guy, second edition. I wish they would have made this game more like Arkham Horror, where the players were playing against the game. Unfortunately, that's not the case. They made this where it's a one versus many. So you have one guy that runs the monsters and does all the bad things, and he's playing against all the people that are running the characters. So all the characters, players, are working together to try and defeat what they call the Overlord. It's basically Dungeon Master. We're trying to defeat the Dungeon Master. I never liked that part of the game to begin with. I wish they would have made it more like the game was just working against yourself. And that's the reason I never picked this up, is because I always wondered, well, how are you going to do that? And I kind of forgot how to play it and this, that, and the other thing. So when I got the game in the other day, I started reading through the rule book again, and I was remembering, oh, okay. And then I was remembering, right? Oh, that's right. The Overlord has got this deck of cards, and he can play the cards and really screw up the player's plans by doing things. Well, that's basically how the game works against us anyways in Arkham Horror. So I said there's probably a way where we can play this solo and just give the game a certain amount of points that it spends on these cards. And then the game, we will have to play the Overlord, which is fine, because when we play Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, we play and we do it. We play the bad side, or we play Eldritch Horror, which we're going to be playing tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on the channel with Phoenix Knight, Happy Birthday Phoenix, and Rough Swordsman. So I figured, well, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to play the game solo. I'm going to be running 4 characters, and then I'm also going to be running the Overlord. But the Overlord, basically, all the Overlord is going to do is flip over the card, and if he has enough points, he will use the points to spend on the card. And if he doesn't have enough points, then he will store the card. And if it's a card that, there are certain, if a player goes to open a door, then the Overlord will play a card. Well, if he plays that card, then the next door we open, that's when the Overlord would play that card. So that's how I'm going to play that, and I think it'll be fine. I mean, we're just going to try it out. We're going to see how we're going to do it, and it's as simple as that. So let's get to it. So I think this is, hey Phoenix, how you doing? We'll see you tomorrow at 3, my friend. Actually, before 3, get your ass there early. This is a curiosity experiment for me, if nothing else. I don't much care for 2nd edition, and I've heard mixed reviews, at least of 3rd edition. I hate I hate Fantasy Flight, what they've done to all these great games that they had, and they keep re-releasing them, and like Arkham Horror 3rd edition, Descent 3rd edition, what's the other game that I don't like that they came out with the 3rd edition? It was like horrible. It's like I hate to say it, but it's almost like, They can't come up with a new idea, so they're just going to take something they already have and just try to change it so they can monetize it again. It's just dumb. Descent Second Edition is basically First Edition with a new painted coat, and they thought they would add some mechanics to it to make it a better game, and all those mechanics did was make it so they can monetize it a little bit easier. And I mean, they have like 30 or 40 of the different what do they call them? Overlord packs. So you bought individual Overlord packs with a monster and cards and everything. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I guess I'm done with that. I guess I don't know. Anyways, First Edition is awesome. I love First Edition. It's expensive if you can find a First Edition copy. And then the expansions are 3 or 4 times what they cost in, the store if you'd have got them. You're talking $150 to $250 for an expansion, which is a lot of money. I would recommend you just go and play it on Tabletop Simulator. I downloaded the Tabletop Simulator that has everything on it. Every single expansion character and everything for First Edition. I'm pretty sure it was First Edition, one that I downloaded. And I'll have to check. Maybe it was Second Edition. I don't remember which edition it was. But because otherwise, I'm not spending $2,000 on Second Edition. That's for damn sure. But First Edition is a tactically good, sound strategy game. Lots of good player choices, as we're going to show you. And let's stop yakking. Let's show you what we got. All right. So, as I said, I'm playing 4 different characters. Each of the different characters has their own player card. And then each of the characters are going to be rated in 3 different values. They are, and I'm going to get the names correct because why not? Let's do the name thing, right? Because it might even be important for somebody somewhere along the lines. All right. So you have 3 different categories. There are fighting, subterfuge, and magic. Basically, it's magic. It's melee combat, and then you have all of your, subterfuge is your rogue type character. So basically, it's either fighters, rogues, or magic. And then depending on the character, you get a certain number of points in each of the different classes, and then you get your skills based upon what talents you are. So you can see this first character here, which you can't see the character name, so let me bump it up a little bit. There we go. You can see it's Andira Runehand. All right, Andira. She has 12 hit points. She's got 4 of the fatigue. She has an armor of 1, and she has a movement of 4. Then she has 3 traits in magic, which means she's going to be adding 3 dice to any magic attack, or 3 combat black dice. She has her hero ability. When Andira Runehand makes a magic attack on an adjacent enemy, she gains Pierce 2. So piercing ignores armor. So if, let's say, the enemy has armor of 4, she would ignore that, and then the armor would only have an armor of 2. And then each of them, again, have their starting skills, and she's going to have 3 magic skills. Her 3 magic skills are the Empiric Blood. You gain 1 fatigue each time you deal the killing blow to an enemy figure. If the figure is undying, you don't get the fatigue unless the figure stays dead. So basically, when she kills an enemy, she does the final hit on it. She gets a fatigue back as long as, well, it dies. All right. Then she has telekinesis. Spend 1 fatigue during your turn to move any figure within your line of sight 1 space. Following normal movement rules, you may use this ability multiple times, paying its cost each time. So she can move things out of the way. And it's 1 figure, so she can move enemies or allies. And then she has blessing. She has the command ability. So command ability means that when she's out on the battlefield, any of her allies within 3 spaces of her that do damage, do 1 extra point of damage, including herself. And also, what was the other special ability you get with that? Is... oh, yes. Anyone within 3 spaces gets +1 to their damage and +1 to their range for range attacks. So, super cool there. So that's what she can do. She's going to be kind of, our leaner, get in the middle and just give everyone a nice boost around her. And she has a magic staff, a main staff, and leather armor. And each of those gives her different bonuses when she goes to attack. Our second character is One Fist, which has got a little pirate hook on his hand, which is super cool. You don't see many characters like that. So he's restricted. He can only hold one-handed weapons because, obviously, he's only got 1 hand. But he does have a special ability. One Fist only has 1 hand for the purposes of equipping items. So he can only equip items with 1 hand. And he may always make a melee attack, rolling a red and a green die, in addition to his normal attack. So he uses his little claw as a weapon, which is pretty cool. He has 3 abilities. He's got 1 from combat and 2 from subterfuge. He is swift, so his speed is increased by 2, and any speed reduction from armor is applied before this bonus. So he's normally a speed of, we didn't go through his stats. He's got 12 hit points, 3 fatigue, 2 armor, 4 on his movement speed, 2 on the melee, and 1 on the ranged. And there you go. Your speed is increased by 2. Any speed reduction from armor is applied after that. He also has the cautious trait. The Overlord receives 1 fewer token each turn. In addition, trap cards always deal 1 less wound to you, to a minimum of 0. So the way we're going to play this is, obviously, because the Overlord isn't going to be playing against us, is normally the Overlord gets 1 token for every character each turn that he can spend. What he's going to do is be able to prevent an Overlord from playing a card. So that's what we'll do, is we'll have it change. So the Overlord's going to earn his stuff normally, and this just allows us to discard 1 of the Overlord cards when he plays it. There you go. And unmovable. When you declare a battle action, you may place a guard order during your turn, and you gain +1 armor until the start of your next turn. Unmovable. Cautious and swift. All right. Character number 3 is Traylong the Strong. He's got 16 hit points, 3 fatigue, 2 armor, and 3 movement points. He's got 2 for melee, 1 for range, no for magic. And he has 3 abilities that are all fighter. So he is obviously our heavy-duty fighter. He's got the mighty trait. When making a melee attack, you get +2 damage. That's not bad. Parry. You gain +1 armor against melee. And Knight. When you declare a battle action, you may immediately spend 2 fatigue to gain movement points, equal to half your speed rounded up, and may make 3 attacks instead of 2 attacks. And we're going to talk about the actions and the action economy in this game, which is, I think, awesome. So he has Chainmail, which reduces his speed to 4, but his speed's already 3. So congratulations, he's already 3. I can't equip runes. He has a shield as well and an axe. So that's what he does. And last but not least, we have Sir Valadier. Sir Valadier has got 16 hit points, 3 fatigue, 1 armor, 4 movement, 2 extra dice on the melee, 1 extra dice in the magic, and he's got 1, 1, and 1. So he gets 1 of every stat there. And I'll tip this down just slightly so you can see it a little better. All right. And his special abilities are Mata and Kata. So he gets familiar. Mata and Kata are your familiars. Take the Mata and Kata markers at the start of the game. So he has a pair of, what are these guys called? I can't think the name of them. I keep thinking Lennox, but it's not Lennox. What are these guys called? Lynx. Lennox. What the hell are the name of these things? He's got a pair of them. Yeah, I'll think of the name. So, yep. So that's one of his special abilities. And he's got Skilled. Your maximum fatigue is increased by 2, which is huge. Because we didn't go through special abilities. But Sir Vladimir has got a special ability. When Sir Vladimir spends fatigue to add dice to an attack roll, he can spend he adds 2 power dice instead of 1, up to the normal maximum of 5 extra dice. So getting that extra fatigue for him is huge. So you can see he actually has 5 fatigue. 3 plus the 2. And then cleaving. Each time you kill an enemy with a melee attack, you may spend 1 fatigue to immediately make 1 additional attack with the same weapon. You may do this once each time you kill an enemy with a melee attack. Very helpful. I can't remember what the hell these ferrets. Are these ferrets? I think they're ferrets. We're going to call them ferrets. Basically familiars. Normally, these guys are special, and they can basically pick up items and carry them around. Enemies ignore them. They don't attack them or anything like that. Basically, what you can use these for is to run around and pick up all the items on the ground and carry those items around. So that's super cool. All right. So that is, we didn't talk about Trelo the Strong, his special ability. Let's see what it is. When Trelo the Strong attacks, you may reroll a green, yellow, or black die of your choice. Trelo cannot use his ability if he's aiming or if the target is dodging. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm going to kind of turn the camera a little bit. So we're actually set up over here. I'm going to actually get our characters out here. And you can see that there's this portal. Bling! And we have portaled into this area. And there is a door here, so we can't see anywhere beyond the door. So normally you wouldn't see any of this on the battle map. So basically, if you were setting this up at home, you would just have this set up, and so the players don't know what's going to happen, what's behind the door. It could be a huge room, it could be nothing, it could be a hallway, whatever. But because I'm playing myself, I'm not going to spend time setting that all up. As you can see, there is a huge lot of information in the book about how to set up the thing, and I'm just trying to show you, without like showing you what it is. So normally you wouldn't see any of this stuff because the Overlord is going to be doing this. He's going to get it all ready and set it up, and you can see I've actually got some pieces up there ready to go, so when we need them. All right, so the party activates. All right, so let's talk about this. Hang on. Let's talk about this. On your turn, all right, and this is where I think, back in 2000, again, this is 2005. Now imagine yourself back in 2005, okay? And this game gets released, and you're like, wow, this is so cool, right? You can play Dungeons and Dragons, you got an Overlord, but you don't have the role-playing stuff. This is a tactical level dungeon crawl, right? There wasn't like 5 million of these when this came out. There was very few dungeon crawl tactical combat games, all right? And the one thing I think that separates this, and even today, is the action system that it uses. So a player character can do one of 4 actions, right? You can do one of 4 actions. You can run, which means you can move your spaces, move up to your total element, and then you can do that again. So basically move, right? That is your run action. Your second action is battle. Battle is smack. I'm going to attack and I'm going to attack again. So you got attack and attack. So you got run, which is move, and you got a battle, which is attack. Your third one is advance. Now let's think. I'm trying to figure out I bet you I know what this is. Yes, you do. You move forward and then you attack. So you move and attack. And your last one, and this is where it gets special and unique, is ready action. And there are 4 different tokens that you use to place on your character. Come here, you place these on your characters to let everyone know that you have done a ready action. So your ready actions are... All right, I gotta. I want to just read them off to you, because if I try to do it off of memory, I will screw it all up. Right? The 4 ready actions are. There we are. You can aim. So on your turn, instead of attacking and then attacking, or moving and attack, you can aim, and you can then do an attack and then re-roll any of your dice that you want, because sometimes a result on a dice will have a big fat X, which means it doesn't matter what are on all the other dice. If you roll an X, you miss. Just fat out miss your attack. So being able to re-roll is super good. So that's an aim action. You can use it with melee, range, whatever. But you roll your dice, and then you can choose to re-roll any and or all of the dice. Okay? Guard. So basically, guard is the exact opposite. You go into guard, and when somebody goes to attack you, you can have them re-roll any number of dice. One of the dice, both of the dice, all the dice, whatever. Whatever dice you don't want, you have them re-roll it. But you can only have an attack re-rolled once, and it specifically says in the rule book that no attack is ever re-rolled more than once. So if me as a defender, if I'm defending and dodging, and I have you re-roll your dice, if your character gets re-rolls, those are null and void because you can only ever re-roll an attack once. Okay? So that's the second thing you can do. The third thing you can do is... I'm sorry, that was dodge. I was looking at the wrong one. So you got aim, which is I'm going to attack, and I'm going to re-roll my dice. You have dodge, which is somebody's attacking me. I get to make them re-roll all their dice. Then you have guard. Guard is basically where you don't get to do your actions now, but as soon as somebody moves or does something, you can interrupt them with your guard and do an attack. So if we go to the battle board or whatever, say we have an archer that's over here, we have our character here, right? And so he can, like these guys, oh, you guys can't see that. Let's go to the right board. There we go. So we got the archer here, we have a character here. They cannot see one another because their spaces are not within line of sight. So I could move up and do an attack if I wanted to. But let's say this character says, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make him come to me, right? So he goes into guard mode. Right? He goes into guard mode. And as soon as this guy activates, he moves. 1, 2. Oh, wait, stop. I'm interrupting him, and now I can shoot him. Boom. So that's what the guard does. The guard lets you interrupt the Overlord's turn and immediately do your attack. And then, of course, the last action is rest. Rest. You can go in to do a rest action. The rest action allows you to get all of your fatigue back. Fatigue, right? Which is going to activate a lot of your special abilities and allow you to do a lot of special... you can see a lot of these actions on the dice will... based upon, and you know, this character can use his fatigue for things. You can spend fatigue. You can also spend fatigue for every point of you spend a fatigue, you can move one space. So even if you're, and this is where this fatigue system, like every character's got 3, 4, 5 fatigue, right? And managing your fatigue, and a lot of people, it took us a little while to wrap our heads around it because it was so new, but it's like so ingenious because even if I'm going to do a battle action, right? I'm going to attack and I want to attack again. I want to do 2 attacks. Well, I have to be adjacent to an enemy. What if I'm 2 spaces away? Well, then you can't, right? You can't do your 2 attacks, but that's not true. You can battle, right? Because if you spend a fatigue, you can move 1 space for free anytime. So I can spend a move action and move, or I can spend a run action and I can move my speed and then move my speed, but I didn't make it far enough. Well, I can spend fatigue to move an extra space. So there's all kinds of things you can use your fatigue for, but your fatigue goes away so quickly. It's like, damn, now you can't do any of these special things. I wish I would have had my fatigue. Now I can't do an attack. Now I can't, I want to battle this guy, but I can't because I don't have any fatigue to move over to him. So now I'm going to have to do a advance, which is a move and an attack. And so now I'm only going to get 1 attack against this enemy. And that's going to not help because we're not going to have enough damage against the enemy now. So a lot of strategy comes into how you use your fatigue, when you use it, what you use it on. It's a great system to manage. It makes it so tactical and so interesting, and there's so many good decisions. You only have 4 actions, but yet you're making all of these quick and decisive actions to do in this game. And it's a beautiful mix. It's a beautiful mix of great strategy, but there's only 4 actions. You don't have like 60 actions to do. Like Some of these games that are coming out now have got like a player aid the size of this book and all the different actions and things you can do, and this is what you can do on your turn, and this, that, and the other thing. No, you got 4 actions. Choose one of the 4. That's it. Now, when you choose a move action, as part of a move action, you can do things, and there's a chart in the book, like opening a door costs movement points. It costs... opening or closing a door costs 2 movement points. Drinking a potion costs a movement point. Moving up or down a staircase costs a movement point. Giving a weapon or a potion to someone costs a movement point. Opening a chest, 2 movement points. Jumping over a pit, 3 movement points. There's a bunch of other miscellaneous ones, which that's it. So you get 4 actions, choose one of them, go and do it, and you're ready to go. So, bling. Oh, wrong screen again. So we don't know what's in the dungeon. All we know is we have our 2 fighters up front. And actually, I want the guy with the extra movement up front. Who is the guy with the extra movement? The guy with the extra movement is... He has extra fatigue. Right. All right, I'm going to put these guys up front. All right. So again, you wouldn't see all this stuff out there, but again, I'm going to try and keep things a little more interesting. So all you would see is this little area. We teleport in, and there's a door in front of us. Ignore all this other stuff. So there's a door in front of us. So it's our turn, right? And the way it goes is players get to go and do their thing, and then the Overlord gets to go and do his thing. All right, so in our turn, we can activate any of our characters in any order. In fact, what I'm going to do for my own peace of mind is I'm going to put a token on each one of these characters, just a random token. Doesn't matter what the token is. And when the characters act, I'm going to flip the token over with that to remind me, oh, this character's already done his action. And if they choose to do a prepare action, then I will use the token, because I've got plenty of tokens on the player board with the characters. So, okay. Phoenix Knight says he was a sophomore in college back in 2005. God, I feel so old. Alright, so we're going to activate one of our characters. We're going to activate someone with a lot of movement. Alright, we're going to activate... So remember, to open a door, it's part of a... You have to spend movement points, or you have to spend fatigue points to do that. I don't want to spend fatigue on opening a door, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an advance. You have to declare which one of those 4 actions. Advance, battle, run, or prepare. Those are the 4 actions you can do. So I'm going to advance, which means I can move and I can attack. Now, if I move and I can't get adjacent to anybody, then I won't be able to attack. But that's the I don't want to do a double move, because unfortunately, because I know what's coming out here, because because we're playing as solo, right? I'm gonna have to look at the map, and I'm gonna have to put all the goodies on the map, and I'm gonna know what's out there. So I know there's probably going to be something in here. So I'm just going to do an advance. So it's going to cost 2 movement points to remove the door. When I remove the door, open the door, bloop, it reveals the next area to us. And so that way the dungeon master will then or the Overlord will then put out all of the pieces that go out there. So we got a gold chest over here. We have some coins. We also have a Beastmaster. Ooh. We also have this piece I dropped on the ground. Right here. Which is going to be right here. We also have a pit. We also have... we got a red one. So the red ones are like the bosses or the elites, whatever you want to call them. These are tougher guys. These are usually, they got more hit points, they have special abilities, they do bad things. He's standing right there. We also have another guy down here. We have a potion just standing down right there. We have a skeleton, which is going to be right here. We have another one of these guys right here. We have another potion right here. We have another one of these guys right here. It's almost like I had all the pieces ready to go. Almost. Okay, and we have a door. At the end of this little hallway, there's a door right there. And then there is a door in this hallway. So this is an area, because it's, you know, if you were to, like, I opened the door here, and if we had water, the water would go, and then we would fill up to this door and to this door. And so all this would fill up, and so that's what you fill in. You fill in all this stuff. Right there. All right. Oh, there's story as well. Quest number 1, Into the Dark. This quest is designed as an introduction to Descent Journeys to the Dark. It's the simplest quest in this guide. To get started, make sure you thoroughly read the rule book and get familiar with the game setup according section. Then turn to the cover of this guide and read the introductory sections. Introduction. You were sitting by the fire in the salty dog cavern, enjoying a bowl of stew, when an old man in a tattered robe approaches you. Leaning heavily on his walking stick, he says, "I see great potential in you." Eyes gleaming, he thrusts a crumbled scroll towards you. "Here, take this map. It leads to the section of the dungeon ruled by the giant Nikroth. He is a dangerous foe, but there is great wealth to be won in this domain. Prove yourself by killing him, and perhaps we'll meet again." With that, the old man hobbled out the front door, vanishing into the night. After journeying to the dungeon shown on the map, you prepare to descend in the depths. Your goal is to kill Nikroth the giant while collecting as much treasure as possible. You can activate some of the ancient glyphs to transport to the dungeon, all the better. You start with 5 conquest tokens. Again, conquest tokens, and I forget what the Overlord tokens are called, was this mechanic they put in where the Overlord was trying to kill the players and do bad things to them, and they would lose their tokens, and if they ever had 0 tokens, the Overlord would win. And the players were doing things to try and get their tokens. We're completely removing all of that out of the game. It doesn't need to be there. So what I'm doing is just, again, every turn, the Overlord earns one threat, I guess is what is called, threat. And then he will draw a card at the start of his turn. If he can spend the threat for the card, he will. If he doesn't, then we move on. All right. Area 1, which is the area we just showed you. Let's read about it. The center of this room is a large covered well. The wooden covering is rotten in places, and you see that the well itself is full of mud and slime. A pale green mist rises from the well and clings to the floor. You can hear the shuffling of several creatures approaching from the shadows. That's it. All right, so that's what we see. That's what we do. So this is the, let's see, make sure we got the right character. Yep. This guy spent 2 movement points to open the door. Nope, I'm sorry. It was this guy over here. He's got 4 movement points. So he spent 2. All right, so this is the well, and it blocks line of sight. So let's talk about line of sight for a second. So, and movement in this game, and it's so cool. It's so unique and different and exciting, and it lets you do things like if we just take this guy, right? Let's say there's this guy right here. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can just literally just walk right around this guy, do whatever he wants. Nothing's gonna slow him down. Oh, we need our 2 pets as well, don't we? Sir, you are here. So your 2 pets are in this spot. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Sir Vadimir who actually opened it. So 2 movement points to open it. Now he's got 2 movement points left. Unfortunately, he does have a bow. That's cool. This blocks line of sight. Oh, that's what I was trying to go through, is blocking line of sight. So this is blocking line of sight. This nobody can see one another. Yes, you can see. The pit does not block line of sight. These guys don't see one another because of this line of sight, right? So, and he has got a bow. He can use a bow. He can do a bow. He can still get to shoot somebody. That's why we had him open the door, of course. So, he's going to go 2 to open the door. He's got 4 movement points, so he's got 2 more movement points. He is going to go 1, 2. He's just going to kind of stand back out of the way so other people can come in. And he's going to shoot. He can only shoot this guy. Enemies, allies, everyone blocks line of sight in this game, which is super good. So he can shoot this guy, but this guy, his little thing would go through this X to see this guy. So he can't see this guy. Very simple line of sight rules. So he's going to shoot this guy. So we look at his weapon, which happens to be a bow. So he has, you know what? I'm going to go, actually I'm going to think about this. I'm going to go 1, 2. Because I do have to worry about range. Right? So with the bow, you're going to roll a purple and a yellow die. Purple and a yellow. So, I guess purple is actually blue. So purple is blue. And then this is a melee, or he only gets the extra dice for melee. He doesn't get it for ranged. Okay, so he doesn't get any extra dice for ranged. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, so what he's going to do is he's going to spend a fatigue. When you spend a fatigue, you can add a bonus black die to your attack. And his special ability is when he adds a powered dice, instead of adding 1, he adds 2 dice. So he's going to add 2 dice for 1 fatigue. That seems like a good deal. So now he's going to shoot at that guy right there. Let's see what he gets now. Here we go. Oh, he misses. Our first attack, it doesn't matter what's on anything. He misses. Unless he's got a reroll. He's not the guy with the reroll. Tauron the Strong is the one with the reroll. So he doesn't get a reroll. And I don't think you can spend fatigue for rerolls. Let me just check and make sure. And I'm pretty sure no, because that's like, yeah, that's why you would take the aim action. Right. I mean, right. So he misses its attack. So it doesn't matter. Otherwise, let's say, let's just ignore that miss, right? So what you do is you figure out, I need a range of 1, 2, 3, which I got with this. That's number, shows range. This would be a range of 1, and little hearts are damaged. So range of 3 gets me no damage, but I get 3 range. If it's got a slash, you can choose either range or damage. So if the blue dice wouldn't have missed, 3 dice, or 3 range, 1, 2, 3, would have been enough to hit him. And then I could have done 1, 2 points of damage to him, minus his armor. And if we look at the Beastmaster, here we go. So you look at the corner, there's 4 characters, and he has a red, so he's going to have 3 armor. So, yeah, we wouldn't be able to, you have to do at least 4 damage to do anything to him. He's only got 4 hit points, though. So you get through his armor, he's probably going to die. But that is, that's that. So that's, and so then what he's going to do is he is going to have his ferret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to have the ferret run over and grab this potion. And this ferret, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to run down here because he's going to work on getting this other potion. They have a speed of 6, which are super fast, these little ferrets. So he's, it does take a movement point for the ferrets to pick those things up. So he was there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all he does is run over there. He runs between the Beastmaster's legs, scares the little guy. And that is how you do Sir Valadier. He is done. We will move on. Next up is going to be Treylong the Strong. So he has a move of 3. And you can see that's not going to get him much of anywhere, is it? 3, right? 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He's not going to be able to reach anyone unless he spends some fatigue to get some extra bonus movement points. I think he's going to go 1, 2. Oh, actually, right. This game is very liberal with the movement. You can actually go 1, 2, 3. So he can actually move there. And then he can do an attack. So he's declaring an advance, which is a move and an attack. In this game also, you can attack anytime during your advance. You can move, then attack, then move again. You can attack and then move. You can move, then attack. You can move, attack, and then move, finish your move, whatever. So you can do your attack anywhere in there. So he's going to walk up. And he's going to hit this guy with a red and a green. And he gets 2 black dice because it's a melee weapon. And anything else? He can reroll a green, a yellow, or black die of his choice. Here we go. He's going to obviously attack this guy. So he is going to re-roll this black die, which is pretty yucky. Okay, much better. So he's adjacent. He's melee attack with an axe. So you can see each of the axes, or a lot of the weapons, have these special bonuses on them. So you can see it's got like a little lightning bolt. It gives him +1 damage. So I'm going to spend the little lightning bolt for +1 damage. So range doesn't matter, right? Because we're not doing a ranged attack. We're doing a melee attack. This die is going to give us 3 hearts and a little lightning bolt. And the lightning bolt is, again, oops, you guys can't see it. It is +1 damage. And I believe you can do this as many times as you got the icons for. Unless it says otherwise. We better check that rule. We better check that rule. I'm thinking you can spend them as many as you want, but I could be remembering incorrectly too. Okay. They call it a power surge. Many of the dice hit power surge. A hero player may use his role power surges to trigger a variety of special effects on the weapon. A weapon's item card always lists the effect the hero may trigger with power surges when attacking with the weapon. A hero may target a specific effect more than once for a single attack, as long as he rolled enough power surges to do so. Yeah, so you can use them as many power surges as you want to activate your special abilities. And in this case, I'm going to get the +1 damage. So this die is 3 dice plus the 1 for the power surge is 4 damage. This die we're going to use for the heart and ignore the range. So that is 5. This we're going to use for the power surge is 6. And then this is 7, 8, 9 damage. I'm just trying to see if he's got any other. Right. When making a melee attack, you gain +2 damage. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus his 2 is 11 damage. So he swings and does 11 damage to this guy. The Beastmaster only has 2 armor, which we don't ignore any armor. So we do 11 damage minus 2, which is absorbed to armor. Takes it down to 9 damage. So we do 9 direct damage to him. He only has 3 hit points. We have murdered this guy. He is dead as a doornail. And boom, gone. Dude, does he have the bonus? He does not have the bonus when he kills somebody, do something special. No, of course not. It's this guy. All right. We need to get our... And don't forget, if we had our little lady out here, anyone within 3 would be doing extra damage. So we should probably activate her next. So when he activates... So her movement is a 4. She's going to go 1, 2, 3... nope. This guy's got a range of 6. Yep, alright. Okay. She can go 1, 2, 3. No, you know what? She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to stop right there. And she's going to shoot. She's going to use her mage staff. Way over here. Where are you? There we go. main staff. So I need 2 surges for extra damage or 2 surges for extra range. And it's a white and yellow. And then 3 blacks. White and yellow. What the hell is that? It's not even the right dice they put in here. Oh my god, what kind of idiots. White and yellow and 3 black. White and yellow and 3 black. Obviously, she needs a range of at least 3 now. So let's see if we can get a range of 3. All right, she can move. She can move. She can spend fatigue to move somebody. All right, nope. She's just going to shoot her mage staff over there. Let's see what she can do. Come on now. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is 2005. You can tell, you know, things are different nowadays with how they design games. 2005, they were very liberal with their abilities and stuff, which I like. I really do like that. All right, so shooting this guy right here. Let's see what happens. All right. Oh, no, another miss. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. Let's see. Yeah, and she's got no way to re-roll it or anything. So, yep, that's just a big fat miss. Again, the die comes back to bite us in the bullets. And the last one is Mr. One Fist with his sword. And figure this one out. I gave him a crossbow as well, because a crossbow is a one-handed weapon. So he can only hold weapons, one-handed weapons, so I gave him the crossbow. Of course, he also has the sword, so he'll probably be attacking with the sword. But still, it's interesting that a crossbow is a one-handed weapon. Alright, so that leaves One Fist ready to go. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to come right up next to this guy. And he's going to attack with his sword, red and green. And he gets 2 black dice and a red and a green. Okay. So he's going to try, and then he gets his special claw attack. All right. He is within 3 spaces of our commander. So again, he gets +1 range and +1 to his damage if he hits, which he does. So he does 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's got 2 surges. Each surge, no, I'm sorry, 2 surges is +1 damage. So he's going to spend both surges to get +1 damage. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then +1 for her is 9 damage on this guy. And again, he is the boss. So he's got 3 armor. So 9 minus 3 is 6. 6. Hit points, he's only got 4. Boom, dead. Got him. Got him. Boom, gone. That's going to help a little bit, I think. All right, and does he have an ability? He does not have any like special ability when he kills the enemy or anything like that. Okay, I just wanted to see because you know, we are playing solo. We got 4 characters with 4 special abilities. We have each one of these characters has 3 skills, and each of them have 2 to 3 weapons. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. And playing solo, you've got a lot to keep track of. Okay, so that is the player's turn is over. We killed a couple guys, which is nice. It is now the enemy's turn to go. So the enemy is going to earn one of these threats. We're just going to call it threat. I don't know what we're going to call it. We'll just call it threat. So they have 1 threat. And then what he's going to do is he's going to draw from his deck of death. Now normally, so if you look at these cards, so normally, like in a normal situation, right, it shows you how much threat it costs to play it. I think that's what that number is down there in the corner. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these numbers down here to represent how much threat they have. Because they're only going to have a couple threat. I mean, 6 turns in, they're only going to have 6 threat. They can't play a card that's 25 threat. And I don't want to, so anyways, that's what we're doing. And shuffle these up. Well, come here, you. Alright, boom. So let's see what he can do. So it's 2. Does he have 2? He does not. So we're just going to discard this card, but just so you can see what they do. This is the Sorcerer Circle. Play this card before activating any of your monsters this turn. You may spawn 2 sorcerers. So if he had 2, he would just spawn 2 sorcerers. And we'll go into how he can spawn. And this is important. The Overlord cannot spawn anyone in line of sight of our characters and cannot spawn it in an area that hasn't been opened yet or exposed, I think is what they call it. So like this area here, like behind this door, we don't know what's there. So like if he got to play this card and summon 2 sorcerers, he couldn't summon them back there. He cannot do that. He has to only summon them in an area that has been explored, is what they call it. The other thing he can't do is he can't put them in line of sight of any of our heroes, including sometimes our pets. Now, our pets don't have that special ability. It's a different pet, the rat pet. But so if he got that ability to summon these guys, he would have to put them out of line of sight. So he couldn't put it there. He can't put them there. What he could do is he could put it here, because no one has line of sight to that spot or that spot or this spot, or actually, yes, he could put them right there because no one has line of sight to this guy. So there's areas that he could place them. But, right, if we had this guy, say, down here, then if he had that spawn ability, he couldn't spawn anybody because there's nowhere that he can place them on the board that we can't see, and he can't place them somewhere else. So that is a strategy of using your characters to make sure the Overlord can't spawn new creatures in, is by keeping all of the areas within line of sight. Anyway, so that is that's the turn. He drew a card. He couldn't activate it. So he discards it. And then he activates all of his monsters. So, and of course, if you're playing as the Overlord, you're going to try and do your best to like manipulate. Now, all the monsters do the same action. But they might have special abilities or whatever like that. But monsters, they don't ever battle. They don't ever run. They don't ever prepare. All the monsters ever do are advance, which means they will move and then they'll attack. That's all they ever knew. Move and then attack. Or attack and move or whatever. So I could like move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and attack this guy if I wanted to, if this guy was low on hit points or whatever. So he does a melee attack, a red and green. He does a melee attack, red and green. So I'm just going to have him go 1, 2, and I'm going to have him attack the sorcerer, because she shot at him, so he's going to shoot at her. He's going to shoot at her, or try to stab her or whatever. And so he's done 4 damage. The Beastman has special ability. His special ability is just +1 damage. So he does 5 points of damage. And what we can do is subtract 1 armor for the leather armor. 1 for our character, so subtract 2. So 4, 5 minus 2 is 3 points of damage. So she's going to take, right off the bat, 3 points of damage. What did I do with my... And 1, 2, 3. Okay. And you can see there's a lot of tokens in this game. A lot of plastic figures and all kinds of different special tokens for all kinds of things. You're going to actually keep track of the money because the characters are going to earn money to buy more equipment and stuff. If you're doing the campaign, which is super good, but that's a different expansion you got to buy to actually get it. It's called what's the name of that campaign? I'll think of it later. All right, so that's this guy done. Or no, wait, he moved. He can move 4. So he moved 1, 2. He's going to attack. And he's going to move 3, 4. Again, you can move, attack, move, attack. You can do whatever. He's going to go... he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move back around behind these guys so that he's going to try and like... There isn't like D&D flanking or anything like that in this game. All right, skeleton. Let's see what the skeleton's got. Skeleton. All right. All right. He's going to try and move. He's got a blue and a green. Blue and a green. And he is just going to shoot this guy. He's going to move 1. That way he's nice and low on the range. He doesn't want to be adjacent, though. 1. So he has +1 range. He's got Pierce of 1. So he's got a 4 range on this. So range is fine. He's got plenty. He actually didn't even need to move up. So he's got plenty of range on that. He's got Pierce of 1, which means 1 armor is ignored on this guy. And he did a 3 hearts and a surge. The surge normally don't do anything on the monsters. Sometimes they will, but not in this case. The skeleton doesn't. So he has got, Pierce 1. and he did 3 damage. And that is 1 fist. So he's got 2 armor, plus he's got leather, which is 3 armor. He's got 3 armor. This guy did 3 plus 1. No, pierce 1. So his 3 damage pierced. He has 2 armor plus 1, 3, so it's only 2. So he's going to take 1 point of damage. Ooh, almost blocked it all. Oh, and I forgot I was going to do this and make sure that way I could remember who acted and who didn't act. And I forgot to even flip over the tokens. Good job, Jester. Okay. So that was, he moved up 1. Then he's going to move back 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move back there. Okay. Next, this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's his speed? He's got a 4 speed, so that's all his move. He's going to attack with the red and the green. And he does plus 1 damage. Ooh, that's going to be brutal. 6 plus 1 is 7 damage. But he blocks 3 of that 7. So he's going to take 4 damage. Ow, wow. And we're in this, remember, we're in the first room. Fortunately for us, every one of our guys has got a healing potion. So they were smart and decided to buy that. One guy bought the first guy, Sir Valadir, bought a vitality potion, which will restore his fatigue. That's what I meant. Okay. Next. So that is Overlord done. Our turn. And we can go in any order, but I'm just going to go start at the top and move our way down. So what is she going to do? She's just going to blast this guy in the face. It's a white and a yellow. 3 black dice. Maybe we should kill these guys as long as we don't miss. And then she can gain 1 fatigue each time you deal the killing blow to an enemy figure. Yes. She hasn't spent any fatigue, so maybe she should spend a fatigue. She is going to spend a fatigue. Why not? She's going to spend a fatigue. And spend a fatigue to get an extra die. So it's a white and yellow and 4 black dice. Alright, range is only 2. She's got plenty of range. She doesn't have much damage, though. She needs plus 2 lightning bolts for 1 damage. So that's 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, plus 1 for her command abilities, 4 damage. Well, that is a horrible roll. Woof. Just terrible. So 4 damage. We look at the Beastmaster. He's got 2, so he's only going to take 2 damage. That means he's got 1 hit point left. 1 hit point left. No. No. So 1 hit point left. I'm going to put that next to him. Oh, you know what? I didn't declare her action, right? I should have declared her action. I was planning on doing an advance, attacking and then moving. So you should always declare your actions first. So I'm just going to go with what I was going to do anyways. Because now, right, I would battle with her just so I can kill this guy, but that wouldn't be fair. So I should have announced. What's her speed? Her speed's only 4. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, normally you can't end your turn on another character, but the ferrets don't count. We can do that. So she's going to... actually, you know what? The ferret's going to grab that and bring it over to somebody anyways. Maybe this will head towards his chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds like a good option. We're here to get treasure. Let's get some damn treasure. All right. Now what is up? It is going to be, who's up? One Fist, right here. He's going to go 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Declare what you're doing first, Jester. Advance. 1, 2. I'm going to hit this guy with a red and a green and 2 black dice. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Fortunately, he has his special ability, which allows him to do a red and a green die for his claw. He doesn't get any of the black ones. Let's see if he can actually hit somebody without missing. Would be great. Okay, that's a little better. So that's 5 damage. So -2 armor is 3 damage. He only has 3. He's dead. Boom, got him with his little hook. And then so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna try to, so we can keep line of sight and everything. Again, you want to keep line of sight on as much area as you can. Right now, no one's got line of sight to this area. Or this spot right here, actually. Or this spot, actually. There's a few areas we don't have line, because this blocks line of sight, so they can't see past that. This guy can only see here and here, which means these 2 spots. And even though our ferret's there, ferrets don't matter. So that was One Fist. Traylon the Strong. Traylon the Strong. He is going to do an advance. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to get right up in this skeleton's face. He is going to do an attack. Make sure I'm doing the right one. Red and green. 2 black dice. All right, we're looking at the skeleton. Dropping dice everywhere. All right. Oh, let's kill this skeleton. He's got no armor. He's only got 3 hit points. All we have to do is 3 hit points. Kill this sucker. 20. He did not roll an X, so he hit. He's done 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Plus, he only had 1 little lightning bolt, which is an extra damage. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is he within 3 of her? He is not. So 7 damage, which is enough to kill the skeleton. Oh, he would get +2 from his melee attack as well. Alright, so that was his turn. Now it's Sir Valamir. Obviously, gonna hit this guy. A red and a green and 2 blacks. He's only got 1 hit point. He's got 2 armor, so as long as we do 3 damage, he's gonna die. I'm doing an advance. Once I kill him, I can move up so we can try and get through one of these doors here and move on to the next part of the adventure. Three, 6, plus 2 lightning bolts is another damage. That's 7 damage. Yeah, plenty. He's only got 1 left. And then he's going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the option is move there so that he can see this way and this way. She's got that covered. There's still some open areas over here. Let's see. This guy can see this space, and this space. I'm going to slide the camera over for a second. Okay, bringing you back. Alright, so you can see he kind of goes like that. So you can see, like right here, the DM could spawn somebody right there. This guy forgot to attack last time. He should have moved up and attacked. He completely forgot to move up and attack. That would have been our bad. So, yeah, since the DM has some spots available, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to move him after his attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he wants to spawn people back there, let him do it. I don't care. And our turn is... no, wait. Our turn is not over. So this little guy is... So, Mata and Kata. These familiars are granted by the Wizardry skill card. Manta and Kanta have a speed of 6. Manta and Kanta are each represented by markers that move independently of each other. The familiar can each be given or pick up and carry 1 item, including potions. They can give a carried item to an adjacent character or another if they are adjacent. Oh, hey, come here. Get your butt over here. You can wait a second. Yes. They can give a carried item to an adjacent hero or each other if they are adjacent for 1 movement point. So, picking up an item costs, if you look at our cheat sheet, zero. Pick up a token in your space is nothing. You can pick up a token for free. Drop an item for free. Move to glyph. Walk up and down. Give an item or potion to an adjacent hero. Yep, 1. Okay. So he can pick this up for free, which he will. And then he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Let me think of who he wants to give it to. Who's the most wounded? I think One Fist is the most wounded. He's only got 7 hit points left. So that's this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's going to bloop, give this guy a potion. Lovely. All right, second one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick this one up for free. And then he's going to move back to this spot right there. So now our turn is done. Oh, wait, cleaving. Each time you kill an enemy with a melee attack, you may spend 1 fatigue to immediately make one additional attack with the same weapon. You may do this, right. So he's killed that guy, but he was just back here by himself. Okay. That is our turn. It is over. We will give the Overlord a token, and we will draw one of his crazy, oh shit, cards. Alright, I'm going to put those right there. Here we go. It's a 1, so he can play this. Alright, so next attack he does against us will be an aimed attack. So the next enemy, which is going to be this guy right here, who's going to move up, 1, 2. He's going to do an aimed attack against us. It's going to cost him 1 of his tokens to play that card. And now this guy is a red and a green. And he can re-roll either and or both of these dice. He's got a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 4 damage. He could re-roll this and do a lot more damage. The 1 heart is the lowest number on the dice, but he could also roll an X. So would he re-roll, risking taking to do more damage, but risking that he could miss his attack altogether? I think because he played the card, he would. This die is pretty good. It's a 2, which is about average, so no sense in risking that one. But he will roll the red one. Yeah, much better. He got a 4. So he's going to get 6 plus 1 for his card is 7 damage. He has a defense armor of 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4. He's going to take another 4. He's down to 3 hit points. Are you kidding me? He is getting hammered. Holy crap. Oof. 3 damage. Or he's got 3 armor and he's still taking a lot of damage. So, that is good. Alright, so move this. This is for the Overlord. Move the dice back out of the way. Well, I can't believe how much damage he's taken. Fortunately, he's got 2 potions. Alright, our turn. Starting at the top. Adira, rune bound. She is going to do a run action, which is going to give her 2 move actions. Move and then move. So, open a chest. Costs Cost 2. I'm just trying to see if you have to be on top of it to do it or if you can be adjacent to it. Let's see. Trying to remember if this is one of these ones where you have to be on top of it to do it or if you got to be adjacent to do it. I don't even know if they're going to tell us. I'm going to say adjacent. So she is going to so she's going to move here for 1 movement point and get this. So she's going to get this, which I think Gives her a certain amount of gold. And she has 20. She was the only character that didn't spend all of her money. She has 25 left. Everyone else is broke. But she also gets that. And because we're playing solo, we just share everything amongst one another anyways. And then she's going to spend 2 movement points to open this chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the back of this chest. And it's going to say it's number 2. And we're going to look at our book to see what the reward for chest gold number 2 is. Oh no! 3 curses and 2 gold treasures. 3 curses and 2 gold treasures. Oh my gosh. 3 curses. I gotta figure out what the curses are going to be. Oh boy. There's money markers. Yeah, we'll find out these rules one way or the other. There's money markers. When a hero picks up a money market, they gain 100 coins. Okay. Three curses. And 2 gold treasures. For each curse, the Overlord immediately gains threat tokens equal to the number of heroes. So, yeah, 3 curses, the Overlord. He's going to get 3. Now he's got 4 to play with. That's bad news. Okay. But we do get 2 gold treasures. So there is a gold, a silver, a bronze deck. So we will, of course, be drawing from the gold deck. I think there's 12 different cards in the base game. All right. Number 1 is Deflect. Other rune, you gain Fear 1. Okay, what is Fear 1? She's command. She's got the command ability. Now she's got the fear ability. Alright, let's see what fear says. When an attack affects a space containing a figure with the fear ability, the attack must spend 1 power surge for every rank of fear the figure possesses. If the attacker cannot spend enough surges to overcome the fear ability, the attack automatically misses. Surges spent to overcome this ability are wasted and cannot be used to activate other abilities. Okay. So she has Fear 1 now, and she has the Ring of the Arcane. Well, that sounds good for her. When making a magic attack, you gain +2 range and +2 damage. Yeah, that's perfect for her. Holy cow. That's absolutely perfect for her. So the other thing you can do is when you get a card, you can immediately turn it in for a certain amount of gold. I forget how much it is. Or you can sell it at the town for like half its value. So, do we want the Fear 1 is the question. Sure, I guess. Do we? Yeah. I'm not sure how often Fear 1 will come into play, but alright, we'll keep it. Why not? Alright, so that goes away. That is gone. Unfortunately, our Overlord is getting powered up as well. So that was 1 to move there, 2 to open the chest is 3 movement points, and 1 more is 4. Again, she did a run, so she gets a double move. That was the first move. Second move, 1, 2, 3. 4. And she's done. All right, one fist. One fist is going to do an advance. He is going to do an advance. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. I can't quite get to this. Damn, can't quite get to that, huh? He's only got 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's activate. I think a glyph costs you like 2 or 3 points or something to activate a glyph, doesn't it? Moving from a glyph to town only costs 1. Funny, it doesn't say. I think you just move on the space and it activates. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to attack and then move. Finish his move. Again, you can move anytime, or you can attack anytime during your move. This and this, and let's see if we can kill him in one shot. There's only one guy left, and then maybe we can go after one of these doors. 3, 7, 8, 9. Plenty of damage. He is more than dead. Then I'm going to step on this and activate the glyph. The important part in activating the glyph is we get to remove one of his tokens because we've done good things. So that was his move. It is now Traylon the Strong. Oh, and he should drink a potion, but he's not going to be able to do that until next turn. All right, maybe I won't need these. As long as I do these in order, I think we'll be okay. So we can choose to go this way. And yeah, you guys can see what's out there because I kind of put it. There's probably a lot more to it than that. There's also a door over this way, so there's probably something over here. And if we go through this door, we're going to have to move everything off the table because obviously we couldn't put this stuff over here because there's stuff on the table. So let's go this way. Whose turn? Traylon the Strong. That's this guy. He is going to do a double move. He's going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and he doesn't even have enough movement points to open that door. Oh wait, we can't go through this door. It has a red glyph on it. Oop. Let's try and go through this door then. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, he'll just get next to the door. He's listening. Like, what's there? Anybody there? I'm not hearing anything. Okay, that's his turn. Sir Valadier. Back here. Movement of 4. He is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. He's going to do a double move. He's going to do a run so he gets all the movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to stop there and just get ready for next turn. Okay. I'm going to move my ferret. He's going to move up here with me. The other ferret is going to bring this. So cool that I don't have to run around. I can just go get my familiars will run over and get the treasure and bring it over to me. Who is going to be spending... Nobody's spent a lot of fatigue yet, so maybe we need to do a better job of spending fatigue. Maybe we need to try that. You can only have a maximum of 3 potions. He's already got 2. He's got 1, he's got 1, he's got 1. He's already got a fatigue. Let's get the fatigue, yeah. So where is he? He's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give 1 there, boom. He's got it. And there we go. That's the end of our turn. Unfortunately, we're going to let the Overlord power up again. When you activate a monster, the monster may activate twice. So he will keep this card. And the next monster he activates will activate twice. Fortunately for us, he doesn't get anything else because there's no other things in play. And it's our turn. Now we're gonna have to go out of instead of going top to bottom, we are actually gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go with one of these guys first. We're gonna go bottom to top this time. No. Anyways, Sir Vladimir. Sir, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna do a do I want to do a double move? Probably not. There's going to be monsters in there. So we're going to do an advance. I'm going to spend 2 to open the door. Poof! Open the door. What do we see? Dungeon Master, what do we see? Well, let me show you what you see. I'm going to have to move this because we're not going to have enough space if I don't. Blink. Let's see. Huh? There we go. Wait a minute. I know I built this damn thing. Guess I can use this piece here. We're now in area number 2. So, we have stuff. We got stuff at area number 2. There's a door over there. Unfortunately for us, there is a couple skeletons right here. There is also hellhound right there. And a hellhound right here. Is that another? That is the other. That is a gold chest. Right there. Here's some more coins. Laying on the ground right there. There is a potion laying on the ground right here. There's another hellhound right there. Some more treasures back here. There is a silver chest right here. There is another one of these back here. There is a big old creature right there. There is a glyph right here. Okay. Is that everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How did I count 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Not sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, there's 13. I must have miscounted. Okay, there we go. That is what you see, the Dungeon Master says. Ugh. Alright, so I gotta put these guys back. Where were they? Right here. Okay, yeah. So 2 to open the door. And I have 2 more movement points. I'm gonna go 1, 2. And I'm going to attack this guy. And I've got a red and a green. And I get 2 blacks. And I'm going to spend a fatigue. And it gives me a black. But because of my special ability, it gives me another black. I'm using the sword. Attacking this guy right here. Alright, I gotta kill this guy. 1 shot. Let's go. Oh, I think I did it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. The skeletons don't have that much. Let's see. Skeletons have no armor, 3 hit points. He's dead. Gone. And I have a special ability. Cleaving. Each time you kill an enemy with a melee attack, you may spend a fatigue to immediately make an additional attack with the same weapon. You may do this each time you kill an enemy with a melee attack. So he's going to spend another fatigue and swing at this guy. And I don't think he's going to get. I don't think he gets his bonus dice again unless we spend another fatigue on that. I think once you use those dice, they come off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearts. That's going to be enough to kill this guy. He can spend another fatigue, but he can't So let's do some ferrets. Ferret's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Pick this thing up. And go 4, 5. You know what? He's just gonna wait there. He's gonna grab this item and just wait there. This ferret is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just going to run down that hallway. He's going to be done. So that is Sir Valadir. Now we're going to go to Treylong the Strong. Treylong the Strong. He is going to... He needs to do a battle action. But he needs to move, and if he spends 3 to move, he does have a... 3 to move, huh? Well, I could spend 3 fatigue to move in 1, 2, 3, and then I could battle, use his special ability and everything, but... Oh, I forgot. He had +1 armor against melee attacks. Alright, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm just doing it in advance. And I'm going to attack this guy. It is a Hellhound. We haven't seen a Hellhound yet. There we go. Hellhound. 1 armor, 4 life. He has a breath and a pierce 3, so we don't want these guys breathing fire on us. I know that. I know we do not want to have them breathing fire on us. So we need to make sure they're dead. So he is going to, hopefully, red and green, 2 black. He's going to spend a fatigue to do another black. How much damage? Yeah, he's going to spend a fatigue to get another black. Alright. Come here, dice. Come on now, give us a good one. He gets +2 damage as well, so... Alright, so we have... he can re-roll. He's going to choose this black dice again, which isn't doing any good. Oh my gosh. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 surges is 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. It's plenty of damage to kill this thing. It is gone. That was his advance. He is done. Next up is going to be... He's doing an advance. He's going to spend a movement point to drink a potion. We need to figure out how much do you get back on a potion. Do you just heal all the way back up? That would be great. Potion. Oh my god, that's it? You only get 3 hit points back. Are you kidding me? That means this guy's going to die real quick. 3 hit points. He gets 3 hit points back. Spend a movement point to drink a potion. And then he's going to go... he's going to do a... He's doing an advance. No, he's going to do a double move. That's what he's going to do. He's going to do a run. He's going to spend a potion, drink it. He's going to spend another potion, drink it. Gain another 3 back. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and he's back up to 9. Not a lot. So it's 2 movement points, chugging potions, 1 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's his first move. Second move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. No. The 1, 2 to drug potions. 3, 4. The thing with these guys is you don't want to get in their... They're just going to breathe fire and everything's... So, yeah, he's not even going to go in there because it's just going to be... it is going to literally be a problem. Where is our token for that? There's a fire token somewhere that shows you like their breath weapon. And it's super big and I want to know I need it. Where the hell did it go? Yeah. So like you can see, we don't want to get too close because 2 guys are going to get murdered by this guy. And this guy's going to come up and breathe fire and cause 2 guys to take damage. And yeah, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Not going to be a pretty sight. So as wounded as this guy is, I'm going to leave him back. So he's done. So it is again, don't want to get too close because if that is the case, we're going to run into problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a run action, which is going to give me double move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. I'm going to shut this door. I'm going to shut the door. Oh, wait, that's the red door. Can't shut the red door. Shut this door. So if they breathe fire, they're not going to hurt everyone. They'll only hit those 2. Which, sorry, guys. All right, our turn again. He's going to get a new one of these, and then he's going to get another card. Oh, this is a 5-pointer, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if he can do it. Yep. All right. So he will hold this for later. Basically, when it reveals a new area, you can add 2 extra beastmen, 2 extra skeletons, or 2 extra spiders to the area. Great. See if he'll have that later. Okay. So his turn, he is going to I think he's going to try to breathe fire in both of these guys. So this guy's going to breathe fire, move, breathe fire, and then move back. So his attack, Hellhound, is a blue and a yellow. And he pierces 3, which means 3 armor is ignored. That's crazy. Oh, he misses. He misses. He misses. Lovely. All right, so he moves, breathes fire, and then moves back. Then this guy's going to move up. Boom. He's also Gonna breathe fire at the same. So you need to be back a spot to get both of these guys. Yeah. So right there, you can see covers both of those areas. So I'll move up to. Let's see, what's that? What's 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then breathe. He only has the speed of 4. Okay. Maybe he'll miss. Come on, miss. Okay, that's not horrible. That's not horrible. It's not horrible. It only did 1 point of damage. He pierces 3. But he only did 1 point of damage. So, this guy here is just going to take 1 point of damage. Nothing I can do about that. Okay. This guy here is this guy. And he has armor of 2, 4, and he's got a shield. No, he can't have the shield with the axe. So he shouldn't actually have this. He shouldn't have this. Alright, so he's got 4 armor. This is only pierce 3, so 1 armor blocks his 1 point of damage, so he takes nothing. Wow. Absolutely amazing. And I know it's hard for you guys. Let me scoot you over a little bit so you can see what the equipment is. But he's got 2 armor, plus the 2 is 4. And he only does pierce 3. So 1 armor, and 1 armor will block the 1 attack. So no damage and no damage, or 1 point of damage. That was, we couldn't ask for much better than that. Now we have an ogre to worry about. What's his speed? He's only got a speed of 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. All right. I think we will try to finish up this encounter here. Our turn. So we're going to start at the top again. And she is going to go, and she is going to do a... She's going to do an advance. So she is going to open the door for 2, 3, 4, and she has clear line of sight to this guy. She is going to do a magic attack, which gives her +2 range and +2 damage with her Ring of the Arcane. And her weapon is a white and yellow. So white and yellow. And then 3 blacks. And she gets +2 damage and +2 range. So I'm not going to add anything else. I should be okay. She's going to use her mage staff. Yeah, that's it. And what does she get as she kills the last guy? Gain of fatigue each time you kill the making blow. Right, okay. So she would get her fatigue back if she kills him. So she is going to choose. She's only a range of 2. She gets +2 for that, so we don't have to worry about range at all. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because of her command ability. 8 damage. This guy's got 1 armor, so it's 7 damage. He's only got 4 life. He's gone. Gone. Get out of here. And you get your fatigue back, sweetie. Yes, nice move. Lovely. Right. All right, that's her turn. One Fist, which is way back here. What's his speed? A speed of 4. He's going to do an advance. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously going to target this guy here. Red and green, 2 blacks. All right, come on, hit him now. And you know what? He's going to spend another fatigue to move an extra spot. He's going to move right there. Because he doesn't want this guy breathing fire on everybody. We have 2 more characters to go. Now he's not going to spend that. Okay. That's fine. All right. Come on. Come on, One Fist. Ooh, nice. Nice attack there. So, he has done 4, 5, 6, 7, and only 1 surge, so no bonus. So 7 damage plus 1 because he's within 3 spaces of our commander here. That's 8 damage. The red Hellhound has got 2 armor. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Only 5 life. He's gone too. Nice. Woo! Lovely. Alright, we got an ogre to worry about now. Ogre time. Who's going to get the ogre? Well, I think it's going to be Trey Long the Strong. Where are you? You're down here. Okay. He is too far away. Ugh. One, two, three. And you would have to spend 2 fatigue just to move up adjacent to him. You know what? He is going to do an advance. 1, 2, 3. He's going to spend 2 to move 2 spaces, and then he gets to do an attack. And now he's going to attack with a red and a green and 2 black. You can reroll a green, a yellow, or a black. I'm going to reroll this crappy black again. Alright, that's better. So, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 3 surges, which is going to be another 3 damage with his axe. So 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just outside of her range, so I don't get her bonus. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on the ogre. Oh no! He's got 4 armor. So that's, I did 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 9, 10, 11. I'm mighty. I'm alive. I'm 11 minus 4 is 7. He is dead. Lovely. Woo. Nice. Beautiful. All right. That leaves Sir Vadimir to go. he's here. He's going to go 1, 2. Pick this up. 3. Oh, he's doing a run. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to spend 2 to open this, which is number 1. Number 1 is removal of 3 conquest tokens. Nice. And 1 curse, so he actually gets 1 back. And 1 gold treasure. So we will... Ooh, the Frost Axe is a weapon. When making melee attacks with this weapon, you gain 2 free surges and a surge for damage and pierce 3. And look at this. A red and 2 green and a yellow. Oh, hell yes. Hells yes. Holy cow, yes. He is definitely going to take that. That is a great weapon for us. The Frost Axe. So that was 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to open that up. And then 7, 8 to move. And then his ferret is going to go 1 and give this guy another elixir. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's done. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start bringing that back. We got a treasure, a thing, and there's what is that down there? That is a red ruin. So there's a red ruin on the ground down here that we'll just put this down that we can activate because there's a door right there to open the door, I'm assuming. So he has 3, right? We will go to the Overlord's turn. So he gains another one, and he draws a card. Alright, so we have a spiked pit that he can... Next person that moves is going to fall into a spiked pit. Alright, so we'll do one more of our turns. We'll probably be able to clear this out. And then we're not going to get into another adventure or another encounter tonight. But we should be able to clear this and be ready. Alright, so starting at... let's start at the top again. So I'm just going to roll... I'm just going to roll 1... I'm just going to roll a random die to see who they would play this on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when character 1 moves, they would do that. So as soon as he moves, he plays his card. It's going to cost 2. And they have to roll black dice. Unless they roll a blank, they're going to fall into a pit, suffer 2 wounds. And so there is there's a pit there. There's a pit there. She either falls in or she rolls a blank and misses it. Nope. So she falls in. So it costs her 1 movement point to move there. She falls in. She suffers 2 wounds. 1, 2. 2 wounds. And then it costs her 2 more movement points to move out. So 1, 2, 3. And when you call them out, you go to an adjacent space. And then 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's her double move. And she's done. One fist. And so that goes away because he played that card on us. One fist. He is going to do a run action. Spend a movement point to drink this. Get 3 more back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's back up to maximum, thank God. So that was 1 movement point to drink. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when he activates this, bling, we remove a token from him. And then I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to open the silver chest. The silver chest is number 2. Silver number 2 is 2 conquest tokens, which removes 2 from him. 200 coins. $200 in coins. Oops. Where were you, dude? Right here? I think. So he gets 200 in coins. Who are you? You're this dude. No. It should have been this guy. Yes, I grabbed the wrong guy. So we'll do him in a minute. We'll do him in a minute. Because I grabbed the wrong guy. This guy is this guy. So he grabbed 200, and then he gets a silver treasure. That is number 2. 1 silver treasure. So he gets a silver treasure. Drain life. It's a weapon ruin. Magic. Pierce 2. You can spend a surge to pierce 2 more, and you can spend a surge to get +1 damage. Takes 2 hands. It's a white, green, yellow. He has chainmail armor, which says you may not equip ruins. As you can clearly see that. So this is worthless to him, but he could give it to somebody else. Or just leave it on the ground and let the ferret pick it up and take it to somebody, which I think is what he's going to do. So that's his turn, but let's go back and do One Fist. So One Fist is going to he's going to do a double move. 1 movement point to drink. Bloop, bloop, and then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's getting ready to open this door for next turn. Then this guy is going to do a move. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now he's going to get his ferrets to do the dirty work. He's going to bring this. Bloop. And give this to this. No, he's already got one. All right, so the ferret's going to actually bring it. He's going to go 1, 2, and give it to this guy. Bam. All right, we'll just put the ferret there. Actually, when he moved up, he would just step on these coins and grab the coins. That's this guy. Okay. And then The other ferret, yeah, doesn't need to do anything. Just get him up there. That's fine. And we'll be ready to open the door next time. There we go. So that is a look at Descent, Journeys in the Dark, quest number 1, Into the Dark. This is the tutorial basic scenario. And you can see we've been going for 2.5 hours. The thing with Descent First Edition is it is a mammoth game. Even just the base game, it's a mammoth game. And I think that's why the second edition kind of tried to streamline things. Because a lot of people are like, I don't want to play it for like 5 or 6 hours a scenario, right? Or, have a scenario that this is like literally, as you can see, and I don't want to spoiler alert, but you can see this is just the first tutorial scenario. You can see how big they are, how much is going on. These are not just nowadays everything is so small, 3 or 4 rooms and a couple hallways, right? These are major undertakings. These make you feel like you did something at the end of the day, right? Which is good to get back to, because nowadays, I mean, all the adventure games that come out nowadays are so, what's the word I want to use? I mean, it's just a different format. It's designed, even when you're doing these small encounters, like an hour or 2, right? Maximum. I don't want to give my players a 5-hour, 6-hour encounters, right? This is, there was a guy, I was watching a video earlier, and basically he said it the best way. And this is, I will say it I will paraphrase what he said, okay? He says when he gets together with his gaming group, right? And they do sessions together, right? They all get together and they all bring their games so that they can play with one another. He says, like, when I get together with my friends and we do 2nd edition and 3rd edition Descent, right? He says he takes like a whole bunch of games with him to his game group, because they can play a mission of Descent 2nd edition, or they can play a 3rd edition, and they can also do other things. He says when we decide we're only going to play 1st edition Descent, he says that's all I take, because I know that's all we're going to be playing is just 1st edition Descent, because it's a meaty, chunky, involved game. As you can see, like I said, 2.5 hours. We've made it through 2 areas so far. We've made it through 2 areas, basically. Now, of course, we talked about intro and introducing the characters and introducing the rules and going over all their special abilities and equipment and all that. So all that took a long time to go over in the beginning. But you can see, like, we were halfway through the first mission, and you know how, especially Fantasy Flight or any of these adventure games are, the first mission is always a simple, easy one. It's like, put the guys there, have a few things as they learn the game, give them a few rules that they'll have to understand how to use, throw in a couple different monsters, and give them some things to do, right? And that's basically the first mission. We're just going in here to find the giant and kill the giant, and find some treasure along the way. There's nothing fancy dancy with this so far. It's just go from one area to the next area and do that. We've only made it through 2 areas in 2.5 hours. It's because, like I said, there's a lot of tactical decisions. There's a lot going on. Of course, I'm doing it solo, so I got to go a little bit slower. If you're playing with multiple people, everyone's in charge of their own character. Things go a little bit faster. I'm not saying that it's a slow game. It's a nice, meaty, chunky, tactical dungeon crawl, where the rules and the rules are actually streamlined and easy. You can see like movement. You can move around people. You can move around corners. Line of sight's very easy. The rules are very easy. It's just a chunky game. It's just takes you a lot of time to do things. Like I said, we're kind of doing a offshooted Overlord. You know, where we're playing the Overlord against us by just managing how many resources he's getting in and out. And of course, you know, Scenario 1, the Overlord's not getting a lot in Scenario 1. It's not like the Overlord is going to kill the characters, because that would not really make people want to play the game if, like, their character kept getting killed in the first adventure. They would be like, no, this game's dumb, I'm out of here. So, obviously, it's going to be very hard for the Overlord to do much in this first scenario. Just keep that in mind. So, there you go. I mean, the Overlord he's got a card sitting here waiting for us, where once we open this door, we'll reveal a new area, and he could add extra Beastman skeletons or Bane spiders. But sorry, he doesn't have the 5 resources, so he won't be able to do that. Oh, too bad, Mr. Overlord. Again, we're just kind of streamlining that part of the game too. And if you have any thoughts, questions, suggestions, comments, whatever, leave them down below. Also, leave us a little like. Say, yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. I like Descent Journeys in the Dark First Edition. I like how you play it. Let's see some more. That'd be great. And don't forget, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, I'm going to be sitting in this very chair playing Eldritch Horror tomorrow with Phoenix Knight and Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Right here at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Part 2 of our Eldritch Horror campaign against the evil ancient ones. I can't remember who we're playing. But yes, we will be playing part 2 tomorrow. So looking forward to that. It is H.P. Lovecraft's birthday. And actually, it's 12/13, so it's today already. H.P. Lovecraft, happy birthday. Phoenix Knight, happy birthday, my friend. It's his birthday as well. So not only is it Phoenix Knight birthday, but it's H.P. Lovecraft, and we're playing some Eldritch Horror tomorrow. Actually, today now, at 3 o'clock. We'll see you then. Until then, my friends, take care, and we'll see you all down the line.